For almost 120 years, the Portland Rose Festival has been delighting crowds with events for the whole family. And it'll be no different when it kicks off in May with the City Fair, Grand Floral Parade, and several other events this spring.
We have so many exciting things coming. I can't tell everything today.
Marilyn Clint has been the CEO for the Rose Festival since 2022.
We had a fantastic festival in 2022. We really saw people come back out, and our events went wonderfully. But unfortunately, expenses continued to rise, and our revenues did not keep pace with expenses.
And over the last 5 years, she says the festival has suffered an operating loss each year. In 2023, for instance, they lost $600,000. Government and COVID relief funds have helped offset some of those losses over the 5 years, but 2024 was by far one of the worst, with a $1.1 million operating loss.
$1 million operating loss means that we need to tighten our proverbial belt and make sure that we're watching expenses very closely.
Clint says the festival will cut about $800,000 in expenses.
Our board of directors is making changes, and we're making changes in the way we do business, just like everybody else in the community.
She says it'll come from changing the way they operate, other expenses, and offloading their float building business they bought 3 years ago. She says, don't worry though about the future of the festival. They've been here before.
The first time Rose Festival was going out of business was in 1912, and the loss that year was $4,000. That equates to $130,000 today.
A century-plus-old tradition that has only been canceled during wars and the pandemic that Clint says will continue, albeit with a tighter budget.
The future of the Rose Festival is absolutely secure.
And that Rose Festival will kick off again in about 4 months with the big event, the City Fair, starting on May 23rd, and then on June 7th, the Grand Floral Parade, some of the favorites of the Rose Festival for the last 120 years. David, back to you.
I'll say dreaming of spring and summer during these dark days of January. Thanks so much, Devin.